All right, it's here. I got this from Guitar Center. This is a studio work desk. This is going to be my new ham desk. Let's see how it works out. It came in 2 boxes. This is by far the largest. Very heavy. Expect to have 2 strong people carry this box, and if you have to take it upstairs, forget it. I'm gonna unbox it and take it up piece by piece upstairs and build it in my shack. But if you had to carry this box upstairs, I wouldn't even consider purchasing this product. It's a beast. So, very well packed, no issue there. We kind of dropped it carrying in, but I honestly don't think anything was damaged. Let me get the rest undone. All right, after cutting through 3 layers of cardboard, I'm finally into this thing. I think 50 pounds of it is just the box. You have the top, and it's pretty stout. I would say that's probably, shoot, that's probably 50 pounds. I could be wrong, but it ain't light. I mean, that's just me pulling up right here. I'm not even attempting to carry the whole thing. But yeah, you definitely, if you got to take this thing upstairs, you're definitely going to want to unbox it outside and take it up piece by piece. That's just the best way to go. Initial impressions, it seems pretty heavy duty. I mean, it isn't real wood, it's particle board, but it's definitely not light. Definitely very, very dense. So that's a good sign. So this is what it's going to be replacing. This did fine for a while, but it's already starting to sag over here, and I just need to have some better organization. I guess the first thing is to tear all this stuff out and make room to build the new desk up here. This is not going to be fun. Look at that mess. All right, so I slid this thing out here, and I'm trying to just keep everything hooked up, and hopefully this will give me enough room to build the new desk, which I don't think it is, but we'll see. I'm hoping that I can migrate this and not have to disconnect it all now and then figure out where all the wires go later. Because if I could just move this over once the new desk is built, that'll help clean up this area here and then build the desk over here and just start moving things over a bit at a time. I intentionally ordered the new desk with wheels, and that's what made it hard to find a desk that would do what I wanted. I wanted something with wheels because I want to be able to roll it out and get behind the desk, work on wires, move things around, and not have to worry about it. So hopefully that'll work out. It's the same length, it's 6 feet long by 30 inches deep, so it's going to be the same surface area as this white table I have. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to make sense of this mess. Oh, lots of pieces, parts. All right, so I'm gonna have to rethink this one. I'm gonna get a blanket and put it on the floor so that when I lay the desktop down, that's the first thing that's got to go down is the desktop, because you work on it from upside down. So I'm gonna put a blanket down. I gotta take all these parts out and put them somewhere. Not enough room. One cat. Hi, cat. Wherever there's a box, there's always a cat. All right, they have all the screws nicely labeled so you don't have to guess, you know, and look at a chart and say, oh, is this the one that's a 1/2 inch long or whatever. They're all numbered, so that's nice. It is definitely particle board. It's not like cardboard inside, so it's going to be a little sturdier than like IKEA furniture, which is surprisingly actually pretty sturdy. This is pretty heavy, but I was able to get up the stairs by myself fine. But just the top is pretty heavy. So yeah, let's get going and putting this thing together. All right, 20 minutes in. Now to put the back on. So now I'm gonna put the bottom on. It's upside down, of course. One thing I want to remind everyone, something I always do is this. I haven't tightened these screws in. I just have them snug. I did that so that these legs can move a little bit, and so I can have some play until I get all this to line up. And then I'll tighten those screws on this back piece here. I'll tighten those after it's all finished. I am an hour and a half into this thing. I do want to mention there's been some comments about the wheels, and I have to agree. Now I'm on a hardwood floor, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. Also, this flex radio is really pretty light. All this stuff here might weigh 75 pounds. It's not that heavy really, but if you were going to be putting this full of rack mounted gear as it's designed to, I agree. You should probably change these out and have these be bolts that go all the way through. Drill holes and have these be bolts that just go all the way through. All right, so 2.5 hours is what it took to build the desk. It rolls quite nicely, fully loaded. There's one issue I see with this particular version. I got the black because that's all they had in stock. I think I prefer the black because if it does get a scratch, I could really easily fix it with a Sharpie. But the others had CD holders, which actually added extra support to the edge of the shelves that hang over. I'm a little concerned about these, if they'll start to sag. I think I am going to go get me a really big dowel, paint it black and cut it to length and stick it there to provide support. I'll show you what I mean. Right here, they had like a CD rack, which no one uses CDs anymore, but the other desk, the exact same model, this had the headphone racks. The biggest thing is it did provide support right here. I'm concerned that the weight of this over time will cause it to sag. So like I say, I think I'll get me some round, big, maybe if I can find 2-inch dowel or 1.5-inch dowel, and cut it to right length and paint it black and stick it right in this area here. But I'm still getting this all set up, but I wanted to show you where I'm at. No, this is not my call sign. If anybody knows ham history, you'll know whose call sign that is. Got my hands on it, so I decided to keep it. And some old keys. This is the one I'm using right now. I gotta clean this one up. But back to the desk. This is the desk. Everything fits. I've got 2 computers, got my extra display, my 9.3B tuner, my artificial ground, my 1026 noise canceller, my power supply, my flex radio, my dummy load, and yes, this has rack mounts. So I was able to put my rack mount switch right there. So let's show you the cool part about this. Of course, I got extra space from my other desk because I have the drawer. I've got to get the other keyboard and stuff lined out for the other computer. I'll probably just use remote. I'll do more with that over time. I just bought that power backup, so I'm going to keep it until it's no good. That is a remote power switch. You can turn things off and on by Ethernet, so I want to get that mounted. But for right now, it's fine. Old USB drive. I use everything until it's dead. So I'm using that to back up one of my other computers. But let's go show you the cool part about this desk. It rolls fairly nicely, even with all this weight on it. So this is the other reason I wanted a new desk. Getting back here to work on things was a nightmare. I couldn't do it. Now I can just roll the desk out and get access to everything. So let me show you what I got. The only thing that I have to take off the desk when I go to roll it out is my rotator, because my cord is not long enough yet. I gotta fix that. So this seemed to work. I changed the ends of my ladder line to the banana plugs so that I can just plug it right into my tuner right there. So then I can climb over the rest. And let's check it out. Let's get some light on it and check it out. It has this nice little reservoir right here. And incidentally, my black power strip that I bought from Walmart fits perfectly in it and snug so it doesn't slide. So I've got power going to it, that's the main power, and then I have the main power also going to my battery backup, which I've only got certain things on that. And then I've got my remote power switch. But I'm still setting all that up, so I'm not going to get into details. However, here's the wire management on this desk. As you can see, if you can see, bring everything down. I can tie stuff right off to the back of the desk pretty nicely. For the most part, I mean, it's hard for you to tell, but this is organized. This is really organized. I gotta do something with this wire right here, but other than that, this is clean. I can get back here, I can get to my radio, I can do everything. And then when I'm ready, I can just plug my ladder line back in, pick up my rotator, slide the desk back, set the rotator on the desk, and I am good to go. So this desk does answer my problems. This desk seems to be a really good desk for a ham desk. I am pleased. It was $500. I am to a point that I can put my light up and roll this thing back for now. So I'm going to do that. All right, guys, there it is. So I'm going to make a couple small changes. I need something, and it's always been an issue, is the USB cables. So I'm going to get me 2 rack mount USB hubs and put them in here, and I'm also going to get me 2 shelves, and that way I can take and one cord going to that computer, one cord going to the other, and the shelf that I'll have right below each USB will be nice and deep, and I will put all the devices and peripherals I want to connect USB wise on those shelves. So that will take care of anything, any device USB. The USB hard drives will be moved down here, all of that. So right now I got the USB hard drive right there behind the rotator. All these cords for the microphone and stuff will just be right out front. So they'll come up nice and neat right out front. So that is the plan. All in all, other than I really think it's going to need supports, and I'll have to add those. Other than that, this desk is pretty perfect. Look at that. And like I say, you can do rack mount anything you want here. You can get rack mount shelves, put them any height you want on either side. Plenty of space. Like I say, when that battery backup goes, I'm gonna get me a bigger battery backup, means that didn't create any RFI. I'm gonna get me a really, really big one. I've got a generator as well, but I wanna get one that can run this radio and one computer for many, many hours. And then I'll get it in a rack mount form as well. So, yeah. This is a pretty sweet desk. This is a studio desk, and I'll show you what it is. All right, there it is. I got the black one right here. So this is the one I got right here, the black one. But then they also have this one right here, the maple. Now see the difference is, notice on the maple one right here, there's this extra CD thing. Instead of the headphone thing, it's got this extra CD thing, which gives it more support. I really think that's kind of necessary. So I'm gonna make something to fix that. If you're interested in this product, they may have it on Amazon. I did not buy it from Amazon. I bought it from Guitar Center. As you can see, they do have the maple one on Amazon. It is more expensive. I paid $500 plus $100 shipping. Amazon's is free shipping, $752, so I paid $600 and that's $150. The other day the black one was available on Amazon and it was only $630. It was only $30 more, but it's now out of stock. But Guitar Center had these as well. If you decide to buy it from Amazon, please go to thejohnnyoshow.com/promotions and check it out there first and see if you can get it through my affiliate link. I would greatly appreciate that. However, I am bringing this desk to your attention not because you can buy it from Amazon, because you may not be able to, but because I looked all over for a rolling desk that had this big of a footprint, that had the right shelving to work for a ham desk, and this does it. This really does it. Now, there is some concern that people raised about the wheels. I would put liquid nail, when you're putting the wheels in, I would put liquid nail in with the screws. If you are moving this desk around and using it for a ham desk on hardwood, I don't think you need to worry about the screws beyond that. I think the liquid nail will be enough. If you are moving this around with carpet, you may do as some have suggested and drill through and actually use nuts and bolts to hold those wheels on. The other thing I was going to mention is ham is actually much, much lighter than studio gear. It really is. Unless you're one of these hams into the older radios, my Flex radio is light. It is really, really light. So it's nothing like the old ham radios back in the day that had huge, heavy transformers in them. So the ham gear nowadays is fairly light. I have no issue or concern that this desk will do everything I need with the wheels just being screwed in with some liquid nail. If you are going to use this for music and you're going to load it down with studio gear, these wheels need to have bolts, not screws. If you're going to move this on carpet, even if it's just for ham gear, these wheels should have bolts, not screws. However, for me, with a hardwood floor and the amount of load I'm putting on the desk, I feel confident that screws with liquid nails should do the job just fine. So that is my review of the RTA Producer Station desk. If you are looking for something that can roll, has a lot of space, it's a pretty good desk. It's going to take at least 2 people if you're going to carry the whole box. And if you take it out of the box, you can easily maneuver it with just one person until you get the desk assembled. When you get the desk assembled, depending on how confined your room is, you may need to have another person help you flip it onto its top, because you don't want to scratch it and you want to be careful with it. So you will need 2 people at the end to get the desk upright. I think it's awesome. And if you would like to support my channel in any way and you want to see more videos, be sure to check out thejohnnyoshow.com/promotions. You'll see all kinds of affiliate programs that I'm signed up for there that I recommend here on the channel. So I greatly appreciate your support. I hope anybody that's looking at this desk finds this review useful, and have a good night.